Legendsza is the new installation on Legend series of the Pokemon games. And I finished the story, so I tried to Nuzlocke it. In Infinite ZA Royal Reward matches specifically. But how? This game had 20 wild zones, so the first rule was 1 Pokemon per wild zones. But I spin the wheel to determine the Pokemon that I will catch, and these were the Pokemons. I got 3 trade evolution Pokemon and I can't trade it because my Pokemon in this challenge should be mine. And at least 30% is meh, and some of them are downright bad for a Nuzlocke. Luckily, I had a Magikarp. This Pokemon is my symbol, or should I say hope. If this Pokemon died, I might lose this challenge. Speaking of dying, the second rule was, if the Pokemon fainted, I can't use it again. Third is no changing nature of the Pokemon. No Alphas, because it will make the challenge easier. To make this Nuzlocke harder, the level cap is 75. Because I got plenty of battles and I observed that the highest level was 75. If my Pokemon was overleveled, I need to remove it immediately to my party. Lastly, to determine how this Nuzlocke is a success, I need to win 10 times in a row in reward matches. If I lose a match, I need to reset again from the start and find another 20 Pokemons. The encounters to boss fight ratio in this Nuzlocke was 20 wide zones into 10 boss fights. I did this because in a normal Nuzlocke, in a Pokemon game, you had at least 50 encounters and at least 25 boss fights. So I think this was a fair challenge. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, I needed my Pokemon to be at least level 70. And I got a tip from online that the fastest method to grind is CA Royal, and to find a particular trainer, a Nurse Joy to be exact. The method is to sneak or to initiate battle to her Audino, then after you beat the Audino, you run away far from her, then repeat the process. As we all know, Audino always give a lot of experience. To add to this, don't evolve your Pokemon yet until the desired level you want. So, let's get into a battle. My team were composed of Clefable with Clefableite with Fairy moves and Fire move for Steel types. Rose Raid against Fairy types. Digger's Beam, my ground type. And I don't care if this Pokemon die, he will be a sacrifice if something goes wrong. Dragalge, my Dragon. Gyarados, my Ace with Megastone, then finally my Electric type, Raichu. Reward matches were random, so I don't know who was my opponent every time I enter. The first one was an NPC, Xabi. This kid was not hard. Diggersby beat some of his Pokemon and Gyarados finished the fight to win my first match. The first fight was very easy, so let's get into the second match. And it's Jacinte, a Fairy type specialist. Thankfully, I got 2 poison types, Rose Raid and Dragalge. Her first Pokemon was Carbink and Diggersby was enough against this Rock Fairy Pokemon. Jacinte perfectly timed her Protect against my Diggersby Earthquake, and that resulted to my first death in this challenge. Then, I thought Gyarados was enough to beat the Ice Dinosaur, but the Freeze Dry freaked my Ace up and she protected against my Waterfall, so I didn't have the choice but to switch to my Grass type to beat the Aurorus. Mawile had weak special defense, so Giga Drain did a ton, but this Pokemon knew Fire Fan. And it's like every boss in this game had a particular move against their Pokemon weaknesses. I didn't switch because Poison type beat Fairies and my Rose Raid knew Giga Drain. What would went wrong, right? It went very wrong. Gardevoir survived Ghost Raid attacks and won. After that, the Galgi didn't win easily against Sylveon. Man, if this was turn-based combat, this would be easy. Her last Pokemon was Clefable, or rather, Mega Clefable. So am I. No, I suck. Her Clefable almost beat mine. But Mega Clefable is a flying type, so I switched to my electric type Raichu. Clefable almost beat my Pokemon. Thankfully, Raichu won at the end, beating Hacinte. 2 deaths, and one of them was important Pokemon. I replaced Roserade and Diggersby with Crocodile, my new ground type, and Delphox, a fire type. Next battles was a ground specialist, Paragon, who started with Hippowdon. Gyarados was a bad matchup because ground types new rock move, so I immediately Mega Evolved to remove the flying type of my ace. This decision rewarded me. Yeah, Gyarados had low HP because of Stealth Rocks. But Goat just one-shotted every Pokemon Paragon sent out. The Mega Energy was gone when Mega Excadrill arrived, but it doesn't matter. Gyarados still won. Next was Grisham. He started with Pangoro. Thankfully, Gyarados knew Bounce, so it's super effective and beat the Pangoro. After that, the problematic Tyranitar was sent out. Stone Edge will one-shot my ace, so I Mega Evolve it to eradicate the Stone Edge problem. I O-code the Pyro, obviously. Then retreated against Salamence to let the Clefable shine. And this pink Pokemon shines so bright, she beat the Salamence and Malamar easily. Grisham last and Mega Pokemon was Charizard, so I immediately switched out to my Gyarados. I thought this will be easy, but it was not. He protected against my Earthquake and I don't have a chance to Waterfall. Then Clefable didn't stand a chance too. After that, Korok failed the Earthquake because of Protect again, but got one Bulldoze. Then I switched out to Dragalge but in the wrong time. So Mega Charizard X killed Dragalge. When it's Delphox turn, the Mega Charizard came back to normal because his Mega Energy was depleted. And to take advantage of that, I sent out Raichu to beat Grisham. Man, if I didn't blunder the Waterfall, the fight will be over earlier. Anyways, Dragalge was replaced by my another poison type, Victreebel. Next was Gwyn, a ghost specialist. I set up Toxic Spikes, then switched to my dark type, Crocodile, who crunched its way against Banette. Gorgeist is a different story though, because I misclicked the Earthquake instead of Crunch. So Gorgeist almost beat my Crocodile. Thankfully, Delphox saved the day. Because Gwyn is a ghost specialist, I sent out my Gyarados, who can become a dark type when Mega Evolved. Mega Gyarados just obliterated Gengar, Frostlass, and of course, Mega Chandelure to win the fight. Then my 6th match was against Zack. He got a very underleveled Pokemon, so I beat him easily, obviously. immediately. After a taxi driver, I fought an office worker, Yvonne. And this fight was easy too because I had counters to every Pokemon she sent out. The last 3 fight was easy. The game knew that, so it gave me a hard one through Tony, the protagonist's friend and rival. The matchup was bad at the start immediately, but I still set up toxic spikes. Thankfully, she just used light screen. She switched out when I sent out Crocodile. So, my Crocodile got 1 Earthquake against Goodra. I retreated to Clefable when Tony gonna use Blizzard to my ground type. Goodra was so tanky that Clefable beat the Slug Dragon in the expense of a large chunk of health. I knew Tony had an Avalugg because we, the protagonist, fight her many times, so I predicted the Avalugg and switched out to my fire type. Avalugg got a clean protect, so she got a Stone Edge before going down. Then predicted again the Feraligatr and switched out to Victreebel. The fight was messy because bosses in this game got a counter against their Pokemon weaknesses. Like this Feraligatr that knew Ice Fang against grass Pokemons and Bulldoze against electric type Pokemons. Anyways, Crocodile finally got a kill because Tony sent out Meowstic, but retreated again for the 3rd time because Meowstic only knew Psychic and Thunderbolt. My ground Pokemon obviously beat the Manectric, then finally, the Meowstic. Her last Pokemon was Mega Emboar, and I got 1 Earthquake against the Fire Pig before sacrificing my Clefable. Yeah, Clefable was a strong Pokemon, but the rule is no overleveling and Clefable was level 75 and was close to be a level 76, so it doesn't hurt much to be honest. Tony's Emboar knew Thunder Punch, so the plan was to Mega Evolve the moment Thunder Punch hit and nullify the damage. I successfully did it, beating my strong rival. The second to the last fight was Corbeau, and Slowbro replaced Clefable, and I think the psychic coverage will help me against the fight. Slowbro beat the Poison Snake but with less than half of HP left. Even Slowbro is known for being a defensive beast. I predicted wrong by sending out Crocodile against Barbaracle, so I switched out immediately to Victreebel to beat the Barbaracle. Electric Pokemon was very important in this game. Every person that played this game knew that because of this Gyarados. Rose Raid was next, and of course Delphox burned the flower, and I knew Corbeau had a Garbodor in his team, so I sent out Crocodile immediately to beat the oversized trash. Lastly, Mega Scolipede. I tried to finish the Mega using Crocodile, Gyarados, and Raichu, but failed. Not only that, Raichu was killed. It's Delphox's turn and I waited Scolipede to attack so I can protect. But Corbeau got the same plan and killed my Delphox. But the Fire Spin was still active, so Mega Scolipede lost, winning the fight. Man, doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke in a non-turn-based combat was somewhat brutal. Add 2 to my death board. It's alright though, the next fight was the last. I got Gyarados and I hope my next opponent was not strong against my team. My current roster was Kadabra, Watchog, and Ampharos to replace my Delphox, Raichu, and Slowbro. Slowbro was not dead. I just think Kadabra will be useful. And the next opponent was a Dragon type specialist. This sucks because I didn't have a strong ice type. My only ice type was a freaking Delibird. And my strong fairy, Clefable, was dead. So I was in a lot of trouble. But Goat the Gyarados got my back. This Pokemon was known for being great at Nuzlocke because of this Pokemon's move coverage like Ice Fang, Bounce, and Waterfall. I didn't risk my ace against a rock type though. So I sent out Victreebel who didn't beat the dinosaur. So I retreated and sent out Crocodile to beat the Tyrantrum. Then back to Gyarados against her Altaria because Ice Fang Waterfall combination gets the job done. After that, she sent out Garchomp, and I am confident against this Pokemon because of the move Ice Fang. However, it failed to one-shot, so it beat me back, killing Gyarados. But Garchomp fainted too. Libani's ace was a Dragon type and Poison type, so I sent out Crocodile against the last Pokemon that I will face in this challenge. Mega Gargalgi. The first Earthquake failed to hit because of Protect, but barely protected against Hydro Pump. Then, one hit KO to this cancer Pokemon using Earthquake to win the fight. Thank you for watching. This type of battle system was very different than turn-based. If this was a turn-based combat, some of the battles will be swept by a Dragon Dance boosted Gyarados. But this battle system was fun. Both are fun in a different way. If you like more, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below for any suggestions. Again, thank you for watching. See you in the next.